One of the most popular affiliate programs out right now is the Home Depot affiliate program. And it's easy to see why. A lot of people are doing DIY projects, and I think that's going to grow as the economy shifts and changes. They have a pretty good affiliate program when compared to Amazon, and it's something that a lot of people can take advantage of. So in this video, I'm going to reveal 6 different ways that you could make $150 per day with the Home Depot affiliate program. I'm going to talk about traffic sources. I'm not going to talk so much about how to apply. I mean, that's Googleable. What I want to give you is the real important stuff, the details, what I would do if I were just getting started, complete beginner, and had little to no experience. Now, the great thing with the methods that I'm going to list is you don't need a ton of experience. In fact, you don't really need any experience at all. I'm going to give you some real examples of things that I've personally seen and done, and so I know that this works. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt, and I believe in having platform-proof income. I don't believe in being monetized by the YouTube partner program, the TikTok shop, or any other things like that, because they're unpredictable, they're unstable, and they can be taken from you at any point. A real business owner has control over their income, and you want to be taken seriously, you want to be a real business owner, you should try and become platform proof. If you feel the exact same way, you want to learn more, make sure you follow me and share this video with anyone out there that is still trying to get paid by the YouTube partner program, because it's old, outdated, and it doesn't work for most people. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. 6 different ways that you can make $150 per day with the Home Depot affiliate program. Now, quick disclaimer, you're not gonna make $150 per day right out of the gate. This is gonna take consistency, persistence, time, energy, and effort, okay? If you believe that you can wake up tomorrow and make $150 per day with any online business, I've got some unfortunate news for you. You're probably gonna struggle, you're gonna be frustrated, you're gonna give up. But with enough consistency, persistence, effort, and being willing to get out of your own way, you can be successful with these methods. So let's go ahead and get into them. The first one, really simple, product reviews. Do product reviews and listicles here on YouTube. You can do them on TikTok as well, but they're going to work best on YouTube because people are actually searching for the product. For example, let's say you are buying an electric staple gun, or a customer needs an electric staple gun because they are doing acoustic panels. Before they buy, they're going to go do a bit of research over on Home Depot. They're going to copy the entire name of that product. They're going to paste it into YouTube, and then that's when your video can pop up. That works for listicles, so like the 10 best Ryobi pressure washers for washing your car. So that's a listicle. You can give 10 ideas, or you can do a Ryobi 3178 pressure washer review. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to create maybe 5 to 7 videos about a particular product or service to give yourself the best chance to show up on the algorithm, because YouTube ultimately is a search engine. A lot of people still use YouTube to search stuff, and they search it in the way that I mentioned. They'll, like I said, go over to Home Depot, find one that has pretty good reviews, copy the name, paste it right over on YouTube. Now, the key to being successful with product reviews is not to just say the product is perfect. The key to being successful with product reviews is to be honest. Say, here are 5 pros, here are 5 cons, and then turn the cons into selling opportunities. So, for example, if I was saying, here are the 5 pros of this Ryobi pressure washer. However, one of the biggest drawbacks is it can be difficult to set up. But then that's an opportunity for you to sell. You are telling the customer one of the drawbacks, but then you could say, hey, look, to make life easier for you, I put together a step-by-step guide to put together the Ryobi pressure washer. You can find it, the first link in the description. They go to that. Some people are going to go to it. They're going to enter in their name and their email because it's going to be the landing page. You have a mailing list. You're building out a mailing list simply by helping people solve a problem. How cool is that? So you're getting a mailing list and you are selling a digital product or service, or earning affiliate commissions as well. But I really like doing product reviews because it's the number one thing people are doing is they find something that they're interested in and they're going to do more research to make sure it solves the problem that they actually have. So product reviews, listicles, best X for Y, best X under Y is another good one as well. The 10 best pressure washers under $300, and you can make a list, or the 10 best pressure washers sold at Home Depot, and you can make a list. Ideally, you want to try and have the product on hand. If you don't have the product, that's fine, but customers will trust you a little bit more if you can show the product that you have. You might not need all 10 of them, just have 1 or 2, and that'll work out as well. So number 1, product reviews. If you're going to focus on a product like a electric stapler, try and do 5 videos. You're going to do a review, unboxing, a 6-month review, best features. Then you can say like, don't buy this pressure washer until ... Those always seem to work out really well because we want to show up in the YouTube search bar as many times as possible to give ourselves the best position to be successful. So that is number 1. Number 2, and I do this all the time. I am a sucker for these. I will go to YouTube and I will watch DIY projects. If you looked at my search history, yesterday I watched a bunch of DIY projects about backsplash, about landscaping, so like backyard renovations, building sheds, all sorts of stuff. My search history for YouTube is all DIY. And so what you can do if you're planning on doing a DIY project, so do it yourself, let's say you are putting together a fence, you can actually record yourself putting together the fence and include a parts list. So everything that they need, special type of nails, hammers, the correct wood and post and cement. You put together a parts list to make their life easier so that they can go directly over to Home Depot and get the things that they need without having to walk around the entire store or search. It can just be loaded up and go, and even include calculations. So again, if you want to build your mailing list, you include like a stick fence calculator to figure out exactly how many wooden boards you need in order to build out your fence. And you can actually hire somebody to do that if you wanted to, or use Sheet to help you figure that out. But you build a simple calculator in Google Sheets, and then they enter their name and their email, get on your mailing list, and you send them a link to that calculator where they can figure out how much it's going to cost to do a DIY project. That's one of the biggest issues when people are trying to figure out a DIY project. Is it worth it for them? So I know I'm talking about the Home Depot affiliate program, but I'm also interweaving different ways you can build a mailing list, which is really cool. But what I really like are, if you are not even handy, if you do a bunch of projects around the house, whether you have a house, an apartment, a condo, a townhouse, whatever it is, anytime you do a project, record yourself doing it, and then link to the different tools that you used, even if it's just a hammer, if it's just nails, because you can earn a commission on most of that stuff, which will actually help you make some money. But one of the easiest things that you could do is you can create a parts list. Of course, you can put links to the different products that they need inside of your YouTube videos, of course. If you're doing this on TikTok, which you absolutely could, you create like a running PDF where anytime you do a DIY project, you add it to the end of the PDF, and then you include links to the different tools that you use. So if you used a certain type of staples, you can, when you do it this way, you don't need to have a bunch of buttons in your on a link tree. You don't need to create a link tree. You just say, hey, I've got a running list of projects that I've done. Go here to get it. And it'll have everything that you need step by step, so you don't have to overthink it. I also included a calculator for you to use. You build your mailing list, and then you can keep selling. Because most likely, if people are willing to do one DIY project around the house, they're probably going to be willing to do more. Now, you can do this if you're a contractor, if you're a plumber, baker, candlestick maker. This will work for anybody, because electricians spend a bunch of money over at Home Depot. But a really cool thing that you can do are DIY projects. Record yourself doing them. Number 3, and I don't think this gets talked about enough. I don't think anybody's ever talked about this. You could create Pinterest pins. Now, there's a very specific way that you can do this so that you don't get banned. Most people do Pinterest wrong. They don't make any money. They get banned. They get frustrated. They say affiliate marketing is a scam. The wrong way to do Pinterest is to create a pin and then link to the affiliate product that you're recommending. That's the wrong way to go, right? It's the wrong way to go because Pinterest hates affiliate marketers, because affiliate marketers have just been spamming Pinterest. What you should do is come up with a theme. Maybe if you are home decor or furniture or refrigerators, I guess, appliances, you create aesthetically pleasing Pinterest pins, and then link to a blog post or a YouTube video or even a TikTok account. That way you can get people off of Pinterest safely, because Pinterest doesn't mind linking people to other stuff. They just want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. So the best way to do it would be to pick a niche. So home decor, maybe focus on living room home decor, paints or something like that. And then write a short blog post about the 10 best colors for your living room, the 10 best neutral colors for your living room, and then write a blog post, include the different colors, link out to paint, link out to the different paint supplies, and you can earn affiliate commissions. And then you can make 10 Pinterest pins for every blog post. So you do 1 or 2 blog posts per day, and that kind of snowballs. With Pinterest, it's a long-term game. Make sure that you are searching, you're using the keyword search, the search bar, so that you can find keywords that people are actually searching for and not just shooting in the dark. Pinterest is a lot like YouTube, where people are going there to search for a solution because they know what the problem is. But Pinterest can be incredibly powerful because Pinterest pins can rank on Google. They get traffic for weeks, months, and years to come. And people over on Pinterest want to spend money. Like I said, they know the problem that they have. They're actively searching for a solution. It's not like TikTok, where people are going to be distracted or entertained and you've got to interrupt them. It's a pattern interruption over on TikTok and maybe even Instagram. But if you do Pinterest the right way, Pinterest will reward you handsomely. Pinterest is one of my go-to traffic sources, both for free and paid, but it's a great source if you harness it correctly. I've got a ton of videos on how to create Pinterest pins. Definitely comment down below if you want me to link to 1 or 2 of those, but Pinterest is such a great opportunity. Number 4, and this is a really cool one. You can use Home Depot you could use the Home Depot affiliate program to generate leads for Home Depot. So if you're like me and you're not handy at all, but you have stuff that needs to be done around the house, maybe you need to have a window replaced, you can actually hire people through Home Depot. They're certified, they've got all of their requirements. You can hire people through Home Depot to do the work for you. And as part of the Home Depot affiliate program, you can earn a commission for anybody that you recommend. So you could actually pair this together with a DIY project. Let's say you're trying to install a toilet, for example, and it's not working. You could even do this. One of my favorite TV shows used to be Renovation Realities, where people would try and do a home renovation on their own and they would struggle and fail. And then they would have to call somebody out. If you do the top 10 bathroom fails and then say, hey, look, if you don't want to be one of these people, hire a contractor, certified contractor through Home Depot. But you can earn affiliate commission simply referring leads over to Home Depot, which is really cool. Now check with Home Depot to see which ones qualify, which contractors qualify. The contractor is always local to the area, and not all services are available in all areas. So check with Home Depot before just jumping right in. But I think that's a really cool thing that you can do. It's very simple and straightforward, but you can get paid per lead. You don't even have to get people to buy stuff. How cool is that? Number 5, and I really like this one. I think this one's undervalued, underutilized. You could use Reddit. Reddit is used by billions of people every single month. And on Reddit, people are asking questions. How to repair a sink? What do I need to install home networking? Asking all sorts of questions, right? What you could do is find questions that people are asking, write a blog post, and then say, hey, look, I saw that you have a question about home networking. I answered it, but I answered it inside of this blog post. Now, you've got to be really careful with Reddit, and you could do the same thing with Facebook also, but you've got to be careful with Reddit where you don't try and push your affiliate links inside of Reddit. You can push answers, you can be helpful, you can write blog posts, and inside of those blog posts, you can include affiliate links. I talked about this about the gifts last week, but Reddit does not, the communities of Reddit do not want you to push your affiliate links. They want you to be helpful, solve problems, and answer questions. And the best way for you to kind of merge the two is you can say, hey, look, you have a question about installing a fence. I've written a detailed blog post where I've answered the question for you. Embed your affiliate links inside. And one of the benefits of it is Reddit answers can rank on Google. And if you have a popular answer that gets upvoted and your answer ranks on Google, you can get traffic from Google for a blog post. And you can even use like Medium or Substack to write this blog post. But what's really cool about Reddit is, like I said, it ranks on Google. People are using it millions of times, and people are using it for weeks, months, and years to come. You won't believe how many times where I ask a question, a Reddit answer pops up or a Reddit question pops up, and it's from years ago. So Reddit has kind of that staying power like YouTube. And I've also found that ChatGPT answers will reference Reddit and YouTube, and I haven't seen it on Pinterest, but they will reference these other platforms, giving you additional opportunity. So I certainly encourage you, if you're looking for something where you don't want to show your face, you don't want to be on camera, you don't want to make videos, check out Reddit. You could do the same thing with Facebook too, but I think Reddit, people are usually searching for answers a little bit more, and there's a staying power there. So definitely consult Reddit. And then number 6, my favorite one, which I don't think a lot of people know or talk about, is inside of YouTube, you can actually connect with the Home Depot affiliate program. So before, you had to go to Home Depot and apply and potentially get accepted. Now, if you have a YouTube channel, and I think you have maybe, 500 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, you can get access to the Home Depot affiliate program. Now, the acceptance is a little bit different, but you can earn up to 10% commission simply creating the content that you're already creating. So you can just create content about the acoustic panels. I'm making acoustic panels to put around this office here. You can make content about the acoustic panels, and then you can simply link to all of the different products that you used, and it'll take them right over to Home Depot. They click buy, and you earn a commission inside of YouTube. Now, I'm not really sure how the splits go with that. I know that you can earn up to a 10% commission from Home Depot, but I don't know if you've got to split any of that with YouTube. But I actually like this a little bit more than the TikTok Shop affiliate program, because you can partner with established companies that people trust. One of the drawbacks with the TikTok Shop is you are partnering with random people that you don't know if you're going to get a quality product or service. But if you do this route with YouTube, you are partnering directly with Home Depot, and you get access to the thousands of products and services that Home Depot offers, which allows you to earn affiliate commission. So I think these are 6 really cool opportunities. Let me know which one you like the most. Let me know if you like these videos where I talk about different affiliate programs and how you can connect your affiliate programs to building a mailing list and potentially making more money. Also, finally, make sure that you comment 17-minute mark if you stayed until the end of this video. I certainly appreciate it, but what's really most important is not just consuming content, but taking action. Watch a video, take action, because you're going to learn more from taking action than just consuming another video. If you like this video and you want to learn more ways to monetize your content, make sure you check out this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.